Well, the purpose of this video is because of what's been going on about former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasser or RUFAI. RUFAI seems to be a very critical personality in terms of the political disposition of Nigeria. And that seems to be part of the reason why he so believes in himself and the ilk that he belongs to by way of the elites. And then, of course, he believes he's an untouchable. He can do whatever he likes and go scot-free. But let's look at the trajectory of Malam Nasser El-Rufai. Of course, we remember in the days of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, he was Director of Public Enterprises, where he was out there ensuring, driving the privatization of a lot of enterprises in Nigeria. He did so well, and then he became FCT minister. He did so well. But the moment he became governor of Kaduna State, his real character emerged. How and why? Because the only way you can really know the true character, identity, and disposition of a man is when he give him power and then you give him money. Those are the two things that actually reveals the true identity of a man. And that's when hell was let loose. But retrospectively, we can remember that El-Rufai lied against the government of President Goodluck Jonathan pre-2015, saying that President Goodluck Jonathan has put together a hit squad that was out to eliminate all opposition leaders, including former President Muhammadu Buhari, and that he was number 7 on that list, which came out to be a huge force. Eventually, President Muhammadu Buhari won that election thanks to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan accepting defeat, and which made it impossible for baboons and what have you to be soaked in blood. But here is the twist. Malam Nasser El-Rufai is one man who believes so much that he is an untouchable. He can do whatever he wants to do and get away with it. In Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai came out and told us that he was part of those who brought bandits into the country. And then they asked him to go when Muhammadu Buhari won the election. They thought that Jonathan wouldn't relinquish power. And these guys refused to go. After paying so much, and they were not willing to leave, and then he was seeing how he can manipulate the government and the military so they can bomb those people. So you see, in a sense, he's part and parcel of the insecurity situation we have in the country, particularly in Kaduna State. You can't talk about banditry without referencing Malam Nasser El-Rufai. He can't deny it. He can't deny it. That's on the one hand. Now, in Kaduna State, you have the north dominated by Muslims, the south dominated by Christians. The tradition has always been that if the north produces a governor, the south produces a deputy. If the south produces a governor, the north produces a deputy. But he came out and said, "Look, I'm not ready for those kind of stuff. It has to be a Muslim, ticket in Kaduna State." And went ahead and they had his way, because in his own thinking, there wasn't anybody good enough or qualified or competent enough from the southern part of Kaduna State to be his deputy. And he had his ways. He had his way, did all he wanted to do within that period that he was in the saddle.